Welcome to Cigars and Hip Hop. A show about hip hop during its golden age era.
Turn my mic on.
We'll also be discussing cigars and drinks that we enjoy during the discussion.
What's in your cup but you be smoking up.
And now, let's get on with the show.
I wanted to know what you were smoking, man.
Oh yeah.
Ave Maria. It's the everyday. It's a cheap stick. I think it's probably like about $6-7. Just a regular medium. It's just something you smoke in the morning with a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Like we were just talking about. So it's a good stick. You can get it at Cigar International because I haven't had a chance to go over to my normal spot in Oakland. So I've been just ordering online. Mm-hmm. And they had some little special that I think if you spend like $200 or you spend something, they'll send you a 10-pack. So they sent me, and I just been. It's like a comfort stick.
Yeah.
You know, because since I've been smoking so much weed, I've been inhaling. So if I inhale this, it ain't gonna be too deathly on me. Right. Unlike if I do something a little bit stronger. So, but it's decent. It's a decent stick.
It's a mellow smoke.
Yeah.
Nice.
You gonna like them hand rolls? I got a homegirl down in Southern California.
Yeah.
And she rolled them for me probably about a year ago.
Okay.
But that's also something that you can smoke with have like a cup of coffee. It's not too harsh, but it got a nice little flavor to it.
I think I'm gonna try one now.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't get too comfortable because I ain't making no coffee. Yeah, you some.
What?
You have to go take a walk up to Starbucks.
Hey, you know what I've been doing though, man? I done turned into fucking a stoner and shit. I've been getting 2 grams of weed, crush it up, bake it for like 200 degrees in the oven for like 15 minutes. It do something to the THC, activates it or some shit. Bring it out, break it down even more, and I've been pouring rum or cognac over it. And just, let it sit for like 3 hours. Strain it. And I got like a little, little dabber things like you give little babies with the spongy top. And I do that like at night before I go to bed. Talking about having sweet dreams. Man, it knocks you the hell out.
Nice.
Wake up. I'd be tossing and turning, man. Back be hurting whatsoever. Mattress too soft. Now, wake up, hop out of bed, and I don't know what time y'all get up, but at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, hopping out of bed is a miracle.
Yeah, I got like my buddy Joe was gonna join us today. Mm-hmm. He wasn't able to make it out here, but yeah, his company. That's why I wanted him to come out here so he could talk more about his company and like what they're doing with all the hybrids and everything like that. Like,
and hybrids is nice.
He's got some crazy stuff going on with those hybrids.
He from the Bay?
Yeah, he's from the Bay. He was if I remember correctly, and if he hears this because he listened to the podcast,
okay.
I sent him the link.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I think he's originally from Belmont. He's not from that way.
Belmont, that's down San Mateo way, ain't it?
Yeah, a little bit past, like right before Redwood City.
Yeah.
Like he actually like right where your mom lives, Frank.
You point that way, man. That's Daly City over there, man.
You want
this the wrong direction.
You want this way?
Is that way?
That way. This way? Up that way? But yeah,
one of them ways.
But right about where Frank's mom.
I don't know where I am, man.
Right about where Frank's mom stays at in that little Ralston area. Yeah. He lived up in up a little bit farther.
It's a nice area.
But yeah, he grew up out there. But he's a Bay Area guy. But he's been doing a lot of stuff. He just did a lot of stuff with a lot of local rappers, hybrid stuff. They're all buying into his company right now.
Big money right now, man.
Yeah, I mean, the weed business, Uncle Sam will want its cut, but he's doing good. I remember the last thing I talked to him because we used to work together about a year ago. We worked at Telltale Games together, and when he was leaving the job, he's like the biggest thing I know for him is he doesn't want to work 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. He works hard. He's a very hard worker, but he's like, I don't have to be...
Rather be on his own schedule.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have to be somewhere at 9, and they don't have to keep me till 5. Mm-hmm. Like, he can do his thing. Because he's got a lot of like in his head. He's got a lot of things like going on as far as like ideas and stuff like that. And it's nice to see him putting it together and stuff like that.
That's
I always root for him to win. He's a good guy.
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, I think hopefully he'll be able to join us on one of these, one of these talks.
That'd be cool.
Because he's got a lot of cool shit to like talk about as far as like the hybrid stuff.
That's cool.
So yeah, check him out on Instagram. His Heisman, Highman, I think it is.
I remember that. I'll check that out.
Yeah, he originally, I don't know where it went, but he was partnering with like Ricky Williams, the running back.
Yeah, football. Used to play for the Saints. He won the Saints.
Yeah, he was partnering with him.
Big weed head.
Yeah. I think that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I think they named it Heisman because he won the Heisman and all that stuff. So, but yeah, he's got a lot of cool shit going on. Maybe we can link his Instagram
You can do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
at the online just so
Yes.
people can check it out.
All I got on my Instagram account right now is cigars, food, big body women, and weed.
Okay.
I haven't even used I rarely use my Instagram.
Dude, all I know is one day I liked this girl's picture, and she happened to be like a plus size model or something. Next thing you know, just before I even learned how to do Instagram and shit, I'm just accepting follow. I'm doing all these follow. And next thing I know, I'm looking at my feed and shit, and it's all these big ass women. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful. Beautiful. But I'm just like, one of my homeboys was like, damn, dude, your wife know you got, like, I said, dude, I don't know how they got there, and I'm too lazy to delete. But then I started enjoying the pictures. I mean,
Sure.
pretty ass girls. And it's a trip, and we all over the place today with our topics. But
Cool.
this will be my last time going off subject. Big girls are fucking beautiful. My wife, that was one of the biggest things that attracted me was when I saw her, just the way she carried herself, the way she looked. She was proud. She was just, and she's, since then, we've been married and everything, she just dropped a whole lot of weight. And sometimes I look at it and I'll be like, damn, I miss when she was, a size, I think she was like a 18. And now
Better be careful putting out that information.
She was never fucking, embarrassed or anything. Because she held her weight good. But now she's like a size 8 or 10. And I be looking at her like, damn, she look hella good. But I'm like, I miss my big girl. she especially in wintertime when it be cold. She put them cold ass little skinny knees in my back. I want to jump out the damn bed, man. I miss them fat knees. But
That's how it is, though. Going back to Instagram or any of these applications, you might click on something or accept something, and then all of a sudden it starts suggesting to you that that's what you might like. But it's like,
nah, one chick sent me a message, inboxed me with some shit. If you like my pictures, I noticed that you like my pictures. You should look at and direct me to another page.
Don't click on it.
Yeah, I don't look. Because I already know the okie doke.
Yep.
So then I got another message. Have you joined my page yet? This and that and that. You do have to put your credit card information in, but we will not charge you. And I'm like, I just ended up, for that one I wasn't lazy. For that one I went in and did that unfollow and block shit. But man, all this new social media shit is dangerous, man.
it is.
Yep.
It really is. It's,
In more than one way.
yeah, it's dangerous, very dangerous, because a lot of times you don't know. We live in a moment. I was thinking the other day, the internet has its good things. It also has a lot of bad things, and so it's almost like the real Pandora's box. It's opened up.
It opened up and a whole bunch of shit and popped out.
Because really, you can be online, but you don't know if on the other side really who that is. You see a picture, you see a name, but it could be a little kid. It could be someone in jail.
Who was the football player? College football player.
Oh, you're talking about Manti Te'o?
Yeah, I'm about to say he was a Hawaiian kid.
Yeah, he got
Remember, he got catfished. by a dude. I mean, he was like in love.
And that's the thing is like, yeah,
He was a dude.
At the same time, it was like, yeah, it's funny.
It was a dude.
Yeah, you're like, it's a funny story, but you're like, at the same time, you're like, man, that's fucked up to do that to somebody.
But check this
But that's
out.
the reality, though.
Yeah.
What about now? This is more on our topic. What about the shit with what's dude used to be with G Unit, Tennessee?
Oh, Young Buck.
Young Buck. You heard about him? Mm-mm. I heard about some shit that he was messing around with some. He was messing around with somebody, and didn't know that she used to be a he.
Ooh. Okay.
And now I guess she is a girl now. It's saying, you know, break me off some bread, or you know.
And
And I guess they recorded a conversation or something with him begging, please don't do this, and that, you know. So,
But that's the thing too. Is like, why be embarrassed about it? It's like you didn't know. You know, if that's not what floats your boat, you know, whatever, that's fine. But it's like, that's the thing. Is like, I get it. You think it's gonna embarrass you, but it's like, yo, I didn't know.
I don't know, dude. You see Hangover?
Yeah.
You remember that scene in Hangover? Was the second one where the where was they at? Taiwan, or where was they at?
Thailand.
Thailand, and then the chick said, "I come in, you come on the floor." See, that's type of shit. That's some shit you just can't black out your head.
But that's like, if he never had any kind of romance with this person, if he's just talking to this person, right? You're like,
yeah, I ain't look into it enough
Yeah.
to see if he has sex or not.
yeah. So that's I guess that's what I meant. Like, yeah, you're okay. I get what you're saying about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Then you're like, all right, it's a little different, right? But yeah, that's
Dude, I know you heard of Planet Asia.
yeah.
That used to be one of the accounts that we had in the garbage company.
Mm-hmm.
I had a driver that was actually dating one of the Planet Asia chicks.
Okay.
He didn't know, or he claimed he didn't know. I'm the one that told him. I was like, "Hey man, ain't that the spot where the chicks are dudes?" He was like, "No, you know,
Nah,
it's
bro.
just no." I'm like, "Dude, you better look into that. That spot, all them chicks is dudes." And he was like, "No, dude." I think he damn near had a nervous breakdown because he found out
Yeah.
that was a dude. He was, you know, and he had, but she had went through the whole
change.
thing, got the shit chopped off and all, but still,
Yeah.
that's some freaky shit.
Yeah.
I mean, me, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a weed out there that can erase that memory. I may have to swallow one for that one and be like, "Hey, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next life." I can't. I'm not advocating suicide, but shit,
I gotta go.
I'm about to drink this Hennessy and take these Advils and
Take some of that
and mix some Unisom.
some of that juice.
Yeah, and that weed
Or
juice
some of
I
that
just
punch.
made.
Was that punch?
The moral of the story is, don't be stupid, man.
Moral of the story is
Moral of the story is just make sure you
Hold-
know what you're doing when
hold
you talk.
down there and say cough. Make them cough.
The moral is make sure you're knowledgeable of who you're talking to.
Hey, and don't get me wrong. I ain't homophobic. I ain't got nothing against men that want to be women or women that want to be men. I'm in agreement with, you know, the different types of lifestyles and whatsoever, because I don't think in some of these cases that it is, you know, somebody just says, you know, hey, I want the best of both worlds. You know, sometimes people really grow up and be like, you know, I was supposed to be a girl, or a girl, I was supposed to be a dude, you know. So I understand that. But the shit is getting scary. Like Bruce Jenner. I didn't know he went and got his Adam's apple shaved down. That's some painful shit. So he's trying to do everything and anything to be a woman. And there's people out there like that, and I have no problem with it, but at least be honest and true to yourself and to that other person and be like, "Hey dude,
Right.
I got titties, I ain't got no dick no more, but my name used to be Charles."
Right. Yeah, I don't like the whole Bruce Jenner thing was kind of weird to me because then there were reports that I don't know if it's true or not, but there were reports that like now he wanted to go back to being a dude.
No way.
Yeah, like
He get his dick chopped off yet?
I don't know.
I mean, that's gonna be kind of hard. Well, no, actually, it won't be hard at all. But
Wow. Zing. Yeah,
Hey.
I don't know. Like I don't know enough. I try not to pay attention to that family. Like
dude, yeah, that's just bad. We can't talk about him anyway because Kanye may get mad at us
That's right.
and want to fight and shit.
So what do you say we discuss? I know we wanted to talk about some beefs that were going on.
I want to talk about a beef in particular.
Yeah, talk about the Das Dillinger.
Yeah, I want to talk about Daz Dillinger and that Suge Knight thing.
Bring it up.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
I read about that.
I mean, and I'm not trying to bring no gang type of stuff involved, but I don't care if you are from the gang that I've been feuding with for the past 50 years. If you get sentenced to 28 years in prison and you already in your 50s, I feel for you.
Right.
I'm happy it's not me, but I feel for you. And I feel for your family. I feel for those mouths that now ain't gonna be able to be fed because you have to do 28 years in prison. And for Daz to gloat and laugh and be like, you know, ha ha ha, I just don't agree. I don't think it's, you know, and then to put Suge's son into it, you know, and say, hey, you know, make sure you visit your daddy and be doing all that, you know, that's just, I think it's uncalled for. You don't wish evil upon your enemies. You know, at least I don't. I want to see everybody prosper.
Right.
You know, and for him to have done that, man, I think it was just very tacky. It was very ignorant. And I don't know, you know, he talking all this shit. Karma's a bitch. Because remember, just as soon as he did that shit, he got caught with all that weed.
Yeah, I saw that.
In whatever, in somewhere in Georgia. But in Georgia, it's like, shit, Georgia, they treat marijuana like it's fucking crystal meth. And, you know, he got caught. They even say he had some shit. He had some weed lean, which I ain't never heard of. But got caught with a gang of weed. No, and I think it's karma. But you don't.
Karma's a bitch.
You don't tease a man when he down.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's no love lost between Daz and Suge Knight, just based off of the whole death row stuff and all the money, and money will make a lot of people, you know, when similar to the Ice Cube, Eazy-E thing, you know, like when you taking money out of someone's pocket, it's not very easy to forgive. I'm not saying what he said was right. I'm not condoning Daz's actions, right? Suge Knight has definitely done his fair share of bad things to people.
Because it's karma on his part, too.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks that, like, when you look back now, like, Suge Knight could have been living his best life right now.
Right now.
Like, look at Puff Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Puff Daddy and Suge Knight they're linked together forever.
Forever.
And essentially they started both about the same time, right? They blew up around the same time. One man is living his best life, is about to open up a second charter school for inner city kids, and one man is sitting in jail because anger got the best of him. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. Like, you know, Suge Knight did a lot of good things. There's a lot of good things. Like, you talk to some people, Suge Knight's a really good guy. Questionable background, yes, but still, you know, a good guy. And then you talk to others, and, you know, he was just a straight, you know, he is what he is type of person. So
His business model, right?
that
wasn't going to work out.
No, well, you know, because fear will only push you so far. Like, intimidation and fear will only push it so far. And then once people stop being afraid of you or have the money that you have and they can hire people that can back them up, then it becomes a different game, right? Like, I remember, like, what was I watching? I was watching a video the other day. Somebody was talking about. I was watching an interview with Lazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, and this was during the height of the Eazy-E Death Row beef, and the Dog Pound had a lot of beef with Bone Thugs and Harmony back in the day, way back in the day, because you know they rode for Eazy-E. And, you know, obviously the Dog Pounds were...
That was like Eazy's last big act, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I remember... So I was watching this video of him, and he was talking about how they were performing... Dog Pound was performing in Cleveland. It was a big concert, he was saying. And they were there in the back, you know, whatever, because Bone Thugs from Cleveland, so they were repping their city. And he said, I think, if I remember correctly, Suge Knight had stepped to Lazy Bone, was like, y'all little, you know, whatever, need to chill out, whatever. And Lazy didn't back down from him. He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to talk to me like that, especially when you're in my city.
Exactly.
He's like, I know what you are, but this is my family.
Probably had a gang of niggas there.
Yeah, but the big thing is he said that Pac came in and was like, yo, these cats, Bone Thugs and Harmony, these are my thugs. They're my homies. And they didn't even really know each other, right? He was just like, this was off of some like, Pac listened to their music in jail, respected them, so he was cool with them. And he told Suge not. He said, leave these dudes alone. These are my homies. So that's how they kind of formed their bond. But it was just very interesting to me because it was like Lazy, when he was talking about it, he was like, I'm not afraid of Suge Knight.
Exactly.
He's like, he's got a gang of people. I have a gang of people too. Like, yeah, he's bigger than me, but I don't care. So it's just, prior to that though, people were afraid of Suge Knight because of his intimidating size, So it was like, at once people got around that part and were like, yo, I'm not afraid of you. It's like, fear will only get you so far in this industry, but you have to be able to like, the only thing that's going to get you far in this industry is your hustle. Your hustle gang has to be strong.
Yeah.
And if you're not into that, then you're not going to make it in the industry.
It was just, man.
But yeah, I agree with you though.
With the Suge thing, everything you said was right on point. Right on point. And Suge hurt a lot of people. He did a lot of scandalous things. I've only seen Suge one time. I saw him and Tupac and Dre. We were staying at the Luxor in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But this was the first fight what Mike Tyson had when he got out of prison. He was fighting this dude name was Bruno.
Yeah.
And it was like a huge, big ass.
I remember that.
Rappers from the East Coast.
Yep.
Everybody came. I can still remember Dog Pound pulled up in a BMW station wagon. Suge pulled up in a convertible Bentley. Pac pulled up in a convertible Bentley. And I can remember seeing Dre, and he was sitting in the lobby looking like, man, I don't even want to be here.
Yeah.
And I can remember seeing Suge, and it was just like a big, massive figure. Dude was just massive, and just like he had one of those attitudes, like he demanded respect, and he demanded that I'm here, I have arrived,
right.
And that's fine, but coming from where I'm from, I done seen everything,
right?
And I done seen little motherfuckers 5'1" knock out motherfuckers that was 300 pounds and 6'4",
right?
So it's always somebody that's better than you. It's always somebody that's not afraid of your intimidation, that can knock you the fuck out. I'll never forget, and I really got to be humble to admit this shit. High school, I'm one of the big kids. These cats from another school came. Dude name was Mike. I hated that nigga. I still hate this motherfucker to this day. Don't wish him no evil, but I can't stand him. That motherfucker came up and was talking shit. And everybody around was like village kids, the 6'9"ville, the Felix Mitchell era and everything. So me, being one of the biggest kids at school, I'm like, oh, we about to fuck him up. Man, I ran up on Mike. Mike caught me with a left, right on the sweet spot of the chin.
Yeah.
I seen birds, I seen Lucky Charms, green clovers, and blue stars, and purple horseshoes, whatever. And Mike was a little bit smaller than me.
Yeah.
Didn't take, and he wasn't, it don't take, and he could have been scared. He just, could have just been swinging and got a lucky punch. But still, it knocked me down a few stories.
Right.
To be like, coming to school next day, and motherfucker was like, damn, Mike knocked your ass out. To have to be like, yeah, that nigga,
yeah, like, what can I say?
What can I say? He put one on me.
Yeah.
And I seen Mike several times after that, and we still didn't like each other, but I gave him that respect, being like, you got a good one. And it's over. I'm not coming back with no pistol. I ain't coming back with, tell my homeboy he got a good ass lick.
Oh, it's like that old saying, right? You can catch a fair one.
Yeah.
It's like, but after that, it's like it's done.
It's done,
right? But now that's not what it is anymore, because kids what the problem is that people's pride gets the best of them, right? And now they're like, oh, you knocked me out, you embarrassed me. Mm-hmm. Now I have to kill you.
Yeah, I got to kill you.
And it's like, do you really? Like, is your pride? Your homeboys looking at you differently. They're not gonna look at you differently because you got knocked out. they're gonna look at you differently because of the way you acted because you got knocked out.
Exactly.
Like, if you can, like you said, you owned up to it. You're like, yeah, shit, I caught one. What can I say? I can't. Yeah, I caught one.
Hey, even though that was shit, damn near 30-some years ago, I still feel that shit in my chin titties when it rains. When it rains and it's cold, I get a little pinch in my chin.
Yeah. No, I mean, like,
Gotta rub Big Gay on it.
Like, I've never been in a fight before.
What?
I got jumped before. I've been jumped.
You fought back though, right?
No, I got where I got jumped at. I got. Well, here's the history of it. It'll be better if I just give you the history. So I was with my cousin, play cousin, right, and his real cousin. We were at a Super Bowl party in '90. This is when the Niners won the Super Bowl against the Chargers.
That was a long time ago.
The Chargers.
That was about like what 1963.
It was 94. This is 94, right? I think 94, 95 ish.
Long time ago, audience.
I was in seventh grade. I was in seventh grade. You know, I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
I was a big kid, but I was a very not nerdy, but I was very not quiet, but like, you know, I had friends, but I wasn't very outgoing, right?
Just one of them kids kept to himself and did his own thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't trying to make.
I was friends with everybody. Yeah. I was just friends with everybody. I got along with everybody.
You was what we called growing up. You was the cool nigga.
Yeah, I wanted to be the cool cat, right? Like I was friends with everybody. I didn't have no beefs with nobody. I was friends with everybody, but I was a big kid, so I was self-conscious about stuff. But I played sports. I did everything, whatever.
Yeah.
These cats from my this is when I had just gone into 7th grade. So when I was in 6th grade, from kindergarten to 6th grade, I grew up with people, the same people from kindergarten to 6th grade. I knew them. They knew me. When I got to 7th and 8th grade, we went to a new school. That's how it is in Jefferson School District. K through 6 is one school. 7th and 8th grade is another school, and then you go to high school.
Yeah.
So 7th and 8th grade, 7th grade, I was already having a hard time of transition because I was like, I wasn't used to like having different classes, having different teachers, and I was a self-conscious kid because I was a big kid, but you make up for it in different ways, right? Yeah. So anyway, so that's neither here nor there. But so some kids that I went to school with, we were playing basketball. Me and my play cousin and his cousin were just playing basketball, shooting around. His little cousin starts yapping at the mouth at some guys that are like far away. He's like yelling at them, talking shit, like just yapping at the mouth. Next thing I know, him and my play cousin run off. They leave me, right? I'm there alone, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not a fighter. I'm not going to fight 4 guys. So I ran to a fire station, and they jumped me at the fire station, and then the fireman came out and protected me or whatever. Yeah. And they called the cops to come in, drive me back to my friend's house, to my play cousin's house. I wasn't mad at my friend. I knew him for a long time, but I was a little pissed that he let his cousin. I basically had to take the heat.
Yeah, for some shit somebody else done.
But the shit that sucked was I had to go to school the next day with those guys.
The guys that jumped you?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
So basically I didn't take. So I did the kind of the opposite. When people started saying, "Oh, you got jumped," and I was like, "Nah, it wasn't me. That wasn't me." Even though I had told the guy, I was like, I knew the guy who was punching me.
Yeah.
I knew the guy. I was like, yo, we got class together, man. Like, I know you. I wasn't talking shit, but, he wanted to swing on me. I just threw up the hands, blocked. I didn't get, like, racked or anything like that, but it was a humbling experience of, like, after that, I was like, I still didn't want to know how to fight. I didn't want to, because I knew that I would never put myself in that position again to want to fight somebody, because I don't believe in fighting. I like watching boxing, but they're getting paid to fight.
Exactly.
They're not fighting for talking shit or whatever the case is, right? They're not letting pride demand it. But in any case, so I'd never been in a fight. That was the last time I got into an altercation with another human being where I still never threw a punch, but I probably still never will throw a punch unless it came to my wife or my family. Then there have been times where somebody's yelled at my wife and I almost damn near ripped someone's head off. Mm-hmm. So I will do that for my family, but in that situation, I was like, it's not worth me fighting for. Like, because the only thing bad that could happen is that maybe I hit him, and then now I got to deal with it again at school.
Oh, yeah.
They already embarrassed me, And I basically was like, whatever, I'm just not going to acknowledge it. And it went away.
Just went away quickly.
Yeah, well, and it helped that they left, the transferred schools.
Oh, damn.
So that helped, because then it kind of got back to being a little bit normal. But it was just like, but my reputation changed when I went back to school. So it was like when I got into high school, I was lucky that nobody really remembered that, or nobody ever brought it back up again, you know? So, but yeah, so I don't know. But I've never been in a fight before. So, but I had plenty of friends that fought, like, and they fought a lot. And I just was like, you know, is it really worth it? Like, maybe it is to some people.
I plead the fifth. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoy fighting. I don't know why. I mean, I ain't the type to just gonna walk up to somebody and hit them for no reason.
Right. There has to be a reason.
Yeah, it got to be a reason. You know, I think the last time I think I really got angry though was I was living in Oakland, and it was this dude that I ain't gonna say his name, but this dude used to come to my house every day. He knew exactly when I would be cooking my dinner.
One of those kinds.
Yeah. I always had like a little bar set up in the house somewhere. He always knew I had alcohol. I didn't mind he'd come over and drink and eat and whatsoever. He's like to smoke weed. He'd come over here and I'll be like, dude, if you gonna come to, at least just bring some papers.
Right.
He wouldn't even go get the little dollar zigzags. So he was just leeching off of me. Didn't trip though, because I knew him since we was children. But one day, man, my wife, before she was my wife, she came over. She had on some little tight pants and shit. And he asked her something that was inappropriate. And she had a puzzled look on her face. And I was like, you know, babe, what's wrong? And she told me. And I was kind of like trying to just roll it through my head. And like, how should I act? And I still, you know, had the gang mentality. I still had like a really hair trigger attitude that I could just go off at any time. And I'm still trying to register it. And he asked me, he said, hey, dude, how would you feel if, you know, we ran the train on your girl?
Oops.
I didn't even say shit. I got up. I went into the bedroom. And I had just bought this 40 caliber. It was a Ruger P94 40 caliber, semi-automatic. I went and grabbed it, and all he heard was ch-ch. I came out. I said, repeat that one more time, blood. He was like, what? I said, I'm about to blow your motherfucking head off. And my girl, she's sitting there looking at me like, because she had never seen me like this.
Right. The anger.
Gang mentality, Chris, had came out. And I said, dude, if you don't get out of my house right now, I'm about to blow your motherfucking head off. And that's the last time I seen dude. And that's the last time I let, because, I mean, I was like a hair away from killing this motherfucker. And I still would have been in jail now. But I just kind of had to put a hold on it and I think, right, that's probably the week that I used to, dude, you would never catch me without my pistol. I carried a pistol the way a person carry a wallet. I would leave the house without a wallet, but I would never leave the house without my pistol.
Right.
And at that time, that's when my wife said, you know, I would really be happy if you stopped carrying that thing. And matter of fact, she got so paranoid. You know, down in San Francisco when they do Carnival?
Yeah.
She got a friend named Julie, and Julie's daughter was in Carnival when she was dancing and shit. And I had my gun right at my waist. And I had a big ass 7-Eleven Slurpee cup that was filled with vodka and cranberry juice.
It wasn't filled with 7-Eleven stuff.
It was filled with vodka and cranberry juice. That used to be my drink. And it was 2 police officers standing against the gate. You know what that McDonald's is? Is that 24th?
Oh, yeah.
Mission?
Yeah.
They were standing right there. And I went up and said, hey, can I take a picture with you guys? And they were like, sure. And I still right in the middle of them. I had my cup up like this. I had on a brown Guayabera, a brim. And I had, you know, I was just standing with my cup between these two. And my wife, I could just hear it in her voice. She was like, okay. I could hear the nervousness about, you know. And I just thought, I was just laughing, had such a good time with that. She still talk about it. I'm like, I'm so happy you don't carry that thing no more. She even get mad because I still sleep with it. But, you know.
Old habits die young.
Can't go 100%, you know.
And that concludes another episode of Cigars and Hip Hop. See you next time. Peace.